I'll make. Guess we're making beef and broccoli with gravy. Hey guys, Big Frank, aka the Lone Wolf, coming at you. So this is week number 2, Killin in the kitchen. So this week, what I am doing is essentially, it's pretty low carb. I'm not gonna say it's not like carb free, but it's really low carb. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some, what I call beef gravy broccoli. gravy beefy broccoli? Beefy broccoli gravy? I don't know, whatever. We'll come up with a name later. But essentially what it is ground beef, lean ground beef, 85-15. We'll cook about 1.5 pounds, maybe more. Get that browned, right? And we're gonna take the meat out, keep all the grease that's in the pan. We're gonna then make our gravy with that and some beef broth and a little tiny bit of flour to get it all to thicken. We'll make that gravy, and then we'll add in the broccoli and the beef back into the gravy, mix it all up. It's delicious, it's good stuff. It's amazing, just trust me. So yeah, here we go. So as you guys can see, I got the beef cooking away inside the pan. Just let that cook through until it's nice and brown. Real simple. Yeah, just let it cook. So guys, I got half an onion here. I'm gonna take the skin off of it real quick. We'll dice it up, and we're gonna throw it into the beef while this is cooking and let it all kind of simmer together for a few minutes, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we got the onions all chopped up. Just diced it up. Doesn't have to be like, I got some pieces that are big, some pieces are small. Whatever, dude. Doesn't really matter. It's all gonna get eaten. But just chop it up, make it small enough that it'll cook quick. So go ahead and just throw that in, add it to the beef. All right, and we'll go from there. So just like last time, guys, I'm going behind myself as soon as I get done. Like when I got done chopping the onion, put the onion in the pan. That's got to cook. It's going to take a minute. So take your chopping board, go clean everything, clean your knives, put everything away, and you don't have a mess, right? So that's just a little tip. It took me a long time to kind of figure out for myself. It makes common sense. I mean, you know, just you do it and then you don't have to do it later, right? So just it's all about doing things in a way that doesn't take a lot more time for no reason, you know. So let's do things the most efficiently as we possibly can, right? Because efficiency is key. All right, guys, so while we're waiting for the onions to cook up there with the beef, we're gonna go ahead and go grab some more stuff out of our stock that we're gonna need. So in my cabinet here, oh, there it is right there. Get that all-purpose flour, set that down because we're gonna need some of that here in just a second. And also, we're gonna grab some beef stock, right? Because we're gonna need that for that gravy. Also, as I spin around in circles here, come back to our refrigerator here. I'm gonna grab half a stick of butter because we're gonna need that for our gravy as well. So to make a pan gravy, it's really simple. Essentially all that we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna take all the meat and onions out of that pan and leave all the fat and grease that's still left in the pan. I'm gonna add the butter to it. I'm gonna let that all melt down together. I'm gonna add about maybe a tablespoon, maybe 2 at the most, of flour. You gotta kind of feel it out. So I'll start off with 1 tablespoon of flour. We'll put that into the mix, and then you gotta stir it. You just keep stirring it, And if you got a whisk, that's the best way to do it. Just take a whisk and whisk it, whisk it, whisk it. Once everything starts to get brown colored, then we're going to take our beef stock or beef broth and we're going to pour that in slowly as we're stirring it. And it's going to get really, really thick. And then it'll start to thin out as we continue to put more beef stock inside of that. And then you just got to get it to the consistency you like it at. I like my gravy a little bit thicker than runny, so but that's just my personal preference. You guys are making it at home, make it the way you like it. So, all right, we're gonna flip it around. I'm gonna take this meat out here, and we'll make this pan gravy. All right, guys. So as you can see, I cheated and I actually used another pan. The whole purpose was not to dirty a second pan, but it's easier to do it this way. Whatever. So I added the grease from the other pan into this one here. Now we're just going to keep moving this butter around so that butter's all melted. So I'm going to let that go for just a second while that's melting. Grab me a big old spoon here. Come over. We're going to grab our flour. Now the key to doing stuff when you're cooking, when you have to add ingredients, from one thing into a pan, is to do it right next to the stove. You want to make sure that you're taking, you only have to go a little way, and that way if you do spill, oh, guess what? It spills right down into where we wanted it. You're not making a big mess everywhere. Grab my whisk here. Now it's important that you take your flour and you add the flour somewhat early on, because you want that flour to be cooking as the butter is melting, because if you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to have a raw flour taste. If you don't know what that tastes like, I don't know how to really explain it to you. It doesn't taste good. Let's just put it that way. So the key is just keep constant movement in the pan, right? One more good size tablespoon of flour here into this mix. Alright, now you see what I'm talking about? If you stop stirring it too long, it starts to get really thick and bubble up everywhere. And you don't want that, because then it gives you the chance of burning it, and then it's no good and you gotta start over if you don't have any more. Now the beef juices, you don't want that to happen. Alright, so if you guys look, as I'm stirring, you see how it's starting to get dark? That's exactly what we want. I'm going to let this just go for just a couple more minutes here. It's important you break up any chunks of flour that might be in there. A big old chunk of flour in the gravy. Alright, so now you guys are really starting to see it. See how dark it's getting now? It's perfect. Perfect time. Alright, so this next part, I can't really hold the phone and show you. I'm going to try. So I'm going to add in a little bit of stock. Okay. We're going to stir. And watch what happens here. It's going to get really thick and clumpy here in just a second. Oh boy. Add more stock. Okay. Stir it. Starting to thicken up again, right? Perfect. stir it in. So that's it. You gotta kind of just eyeball it, guys. You'll know when it gets to the right consistency. I mean, mine's pretty close to being done right now. I think it just needs a little bit more stock, and then you just gotta cook it down. So remember, the most important thing is keeping constant movement in the pan. You don't want that pan to sit too long because it'll burn. So, all right, I'm gonna finish this off, and then I'll show you what's next. All right, guys. So. Move the gravy into the pan with my beef and my onions. And put that on a low heat. Turn that guy real low just to let it simmer. All right. So this is great. You know, I'm gonna add broccoli to mine, right? That's just gonna give it a little bit more, you know, substance to it, right? Now, if I was bulking and I was not trying to lose weight at this point, I was trying to put on mass, I would make a big pot of egg noodles, and then I would mix the noodles right into the broccoli, or right in instead of the broccoli. And I'm telling you, that's good. That's almost like beef stroganoff. You all ever had beef stroganoff before? It's kind of the same idea. It's just my real quick, easy, cheap way to do it. So, all right. So while that simmers there, I'm gonna throw the lid back on that guy, and yeah, we're gonna go from there. So what I'm gonna do now is head into the darkness, come into my other fridge, grab my bag of steamables here, my broccoli. I like frozen broccoli. It's more convenient, right? There's nothing wrong with getting fresh broccoli. I'm kind of lazy, you know. It's easy. I throw it in the microwave. I hit 5 minutes, and I walk away. It's done. I'll let the beef simmer, let the broccoli cook. I can go chill, do whatever. I can go finish cleaning up the rest of what I got sitting there. Get my other pan clean now that I dirtied for the gravy. That's it, guys. Super, super easy. All right. You got about 4 minutes here. Let that broccoli finish cooking, and then we'll put it all together as the final presentation. All right, guys. So last thing, right? Broccoli just finished here. Pull that guy out. Ooh, it's hot. So take that. I'm gonna flip it around. I'm gonna show you how to stir it up. It's gonna be delicious, y'all. Delicious. All right, guys. So take that top off real quick. Got our broccoli's cooked inside here. So flip that guy right over into there. Dump it right out. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So now all I'm gonna do is stir this all together. Now the only thing that does kind of suck about frozen broccoli is it tends to fall apart. It doesn't seem to hold its shape and all the pieces together as well as fresh broccoli, but that's all right. I'm not trying to be fancy. I'm just trying to eat and get my nutrition and feed my muscles, right? So that's it, guys. That is it. Literally all I'm gonna do now is just take a bowl, dish some out into a bowl, and you're done. It's super easy, super delicious. It's not a horrible meal for you. It's you know, it's got everything that you need in there. The beef, got your broccoli. You guys saw two tablespoons. That was it, of flour. You know, so there's some carbs in there, but it is what it is. It's not bad. Yeah, so I'm gonna serve this up here. Another way to eat this is if you guys are not on like the keto or the Atkins or that form of diet, and you can eat carbohydrates, is some brown rice, and pour this over a bed of brown rice. Man, it's delicious. Super good. All right, guys. So that's it. All right, guys. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in again for another week of Killing It in the Kitchen. Next week, we'll see. We're gonna try something a little bit different. I think we've done beef two weeks in a row now, and maybe we're gonna switch it up, and I'll show you something else just in case you guys don't like red meat for whatever reason. Red meat's kind of my staple, but yeah. So if you guys have any questions, comments, let me know. My question for you guys is, what is your favorite meal with beef, ground beef in particular? Let me know. Comment down in the bottom, and maybe if we get enough likes that are in common, I can throw one up and do a video on that. So love to hear from you guys. Subscribe below. Always. Are you ready to break free from the pack and become your own alpha? Till next time, guys. Today we're making beef and broccoli with gravy. Gravy, beef, and broccoli. Beefy, gravy, broccoli. Gravy, beefy, broccoli. Beefy, broccoli, gravy. The name isn't really important. It's delicious. Stay tuned.